All right, folks, we are back for what should be the final fucking time. It better
The
fucking
final,
be.
the final movie stream on Twitch.
I didn't name it. I didn't name it finale because I'm not confident, but it just fucking better happen.
There's absolutely positively no way that this would not be the last fucking stream. It's so easy. We got this.
No, literally, here's what I foresee. Okay, here's my fear. We're both gonna get through number 2, and then my mother's gonna open my door and say, "Hey, we're going for an early Easter dinner with your grandparents. Go get ready." That is what I'm fearing.
Bum 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 bum.
All right, let me start the Craig recording because there's a couple things I want to say to lead off, and I don't want to leave them out of the mega feed version.
You know, I know this is completely unrelated, but I know this is Easter today, the day that we're recording. So first off, happy Easter to everyone who likes to celebrate Easter. It's kind of weird. It's like right around Passover and all that stuff. Easter and Passover. It's like the Christian and Jewish holidays sort of mold together because like there's an awful lot of Christian people who
Don't talk
celebrate.
about Passover too much. You've already made this mistake.
No, that's fine. No, there's like a lot of Christians that celebrate Passover, and there's a lot of Jewish people who celebrate Easter. So
I'm kind of sad
I
that got
find
cut
it kind
out.
of
That was on
what got cut
Pixels, which
out.
is like a not edgy show, so it got
Oh,
cut out. When
oh yeah.
you
Gee,
said
I
like the
wonder what.
Christians can have Easter, but Passover though.
No, I don't remember. I don't remember why I was pissed off about Passover. I think everyone was just up my ass about Passover on social media
All
that
right,
year.
Mo, hold on. Before we have
So,
any more conversation, let me start the bots.
oh, the bots aren't started yet.
No.
Oh, see, I'm going on like the fucking bots and
All
everything's
right,
fucking
yeah,
started.
hush, hold on.
Now recording.
All right, folks, welcome to the Riely Live Movie Review Podcast. I am your host, Riely. We are back at it again for the top 10. Finally over. This is going to be the last one. I fucking guarantee it. I'll cut off my pinky toe if this stream has to end before we're done. I swear to fucking God. I am your host, Riely, of course, joined by Moediggity.
What's up, everyone? We got 2 movies. There's just no way. Like, I would be surprised if this show goes more than an hour and a half today because we have 2 fucking movies. It's so easy. We can get past 2 movies. So everyone, strap in, strap on, but just get ready
Hey
because
Mo,
it's
do you
the
have the stream
last
up?
2. Yeah, I do.
Can you do me a favor? Just mute yourself real quick and check the audio. And I'm going to continue to speak continuously to see if the noise cancellation makes me cut out at all. So just go ahead and listen to that and see how it sounds on the stream for me.
Okay.
Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers. I don't know the saying. I forgot it. Fuck. Hello, it's me, Riely. I like pizza. Very good. Is he done yet?
Yeah. You're fine. You're fine.
Okay, cool. Because I'm using noise cancellation on OBS for the first time because I just could not turn my AC off today. It was not occurring. It's too hot. I'm in Florida. It's spring in Florida, which is basically just summer.
It's springtime in Florida. Do.
All right, folks. Now, I think I want to end with my movie because here's the thing, right? To bury the lead a little bit. I think we're gonna be arguing more than we agree on these last 2 movies. And I know that my number 1 movie is one we both like. So I think we want to end with mine, which means Mo would go first. And that would result in me going last. So yeah, Mo, what's your number 2?
Oh, all right. I'm going first, huh? Well, all right. 2 is a powerful number. It's more than 1. It's plus 1. When you get more than 1, but you just only use 1, you get 2. And so The Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers is my second most favoriteest movie of all time.
Weird choice for you to put a 9/11 documentary on your list.
Okay, first off, I did. This movie came out like a year after. No wait,
It came out in
yeah, it came out a
2002,
year.
and it's
Yeah,
called
it
The
did. It
Two
did.
Towers.
Yeah. Very poor choice of words, but like it's too late. You can't say the Lord of the Rings, the one battle at the very end with a bunch of orcs
The Lord of
in
the
it.
Rings, never forget.
Yeah, the Lord of the Rings 9/11 brought to you by Lord of the Rings. You can't fucking put that there. So the Two Towers it is, and so shall it remain. Two Towers. Anyway.
Now, I just want to say, for this stream, me and Mo, we made a little agreement. I believe it was off stream. I don't think people heard this. But I hadn't seen a lot of the movies on Mo's list, and I knew that he hadn't seen my number 2. But it turns out I had seen his number 1. So we both only had to watch one movie, and it was each other's number 2. So I watched Lord of the Rings Two Towers the first time in order to speak of it on this stream, right? Mo, how does this even break your top 10? I think this is in my bottom 10 movies. What the fuck was this?
Okay, explain to yourself. Oh, well, you know what? Let me go ahead and finish up my intro for it. Lord of the Rings Two Towers is sort of, it has that cool thing where it turns out that the second movie is like the best in the series, at least as far as my opinion, even though like
That
Return
bodes
to
unfortunate for the rest of the series.
which no, not at all. Not at all. You're just a fucking contrarian moron. Anyway, like Return to Return of the Jedi. It ended up being the third. Like it was the third movies are fucking great. Like Return of the King. The only reason why Return of the King didn't get the second nod is because when I think Lord of the Rings, I reference Two Towers like a lot, like even more than I do Return or even more than The Hobbit. And The Hobbit is a fantastic film in and of itself. If you go check out the Lord of the Rings trilogy, it's easily one of the
Don't
best
do it.
trilogies of all time. Riley is just full of shit, and he's I don't know why he didn't like it. Of course he doesn't like it, but seriously though, there's several trilogies out there that it's hard for them to rank by themselves. Of course you have Star Wars 4, 5, and 6.
Weirdly enough, I can't think of a trilogy that I like. Besides,
Well,
I guess,
trilogy,
like, Spider-Man, but they're gonna make 3 more, so it's not just a trilogy.
yeah, it's like a sextuple
It's
liberty
gonna be
or
a
something like that.
sextuple.
Astral 210 says, I like to watch the Lords of the Special Rings.
Yeah, special as in not all there. Is that what you mean? Because in that case, I could definitely see that with this film.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, I swear that you're just disliking Lord of the Rings Two Towers just to spite me because I want to shit
Okay,
all
I
over your
admit
second
that
one.
maybe I went in with low expectations, perhaps, but those low expectations were met. It was not
That's
good.
just fucking bad. I don't understand. I don't understand. Anyway, I'm going to finish up before I start yelling at you.
Sure, go
Uh,
ahead.
yeah, there's trilogies are hard to gauge. You have the Indiana Jones trilogy, you have the Star Wars trilogy, you have uh the RoboCop trilogy, because there is RoboCops number 1, 2, and 3.
Isn't there 4
They degrade.
Indiana Jones movies?
Like I said, the Indiana Jones trilogy
Oh,
that
the fourth one
because they
bad?
never the fourth. Okay, objectively, the fourth Indiana Jones movie is a colossal piece of shit. Like
Okay,
it's
got it.
bad. Like it really is like bad all the way through. Not only is it bad, but Indiana Jones 4, the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, I believe it was. It's like it's the Cyberpunk 2077 of its time. There was a lot of hype for it. A lot of people fucking were really, really looking forward to it. It's just that when you get it, you recognize all the flaws immediately. And then you start realizing, well, Harrison Ford didn't really want to do a fourth Indiana Jones, right? But hold on a sec.
I also realized I just took a massive
Ugh.
L. The stream is called Top 10 Movies of All Time. I fucked it up.
Yeah, that's
The
fine.
big L.
I thought that's what we were talking about this entire time.
No. I misspelled time. I put an N instead of an M. I said
Oh,
time.
time. Oh, I see it. Well, go in
Yeah.
there and fucking change
Yeah,
it up real
I'm
quick.
changing it right now. I'm changing it right now.
Astral210 in the chat says, I liked Indiana Jones 4. I tried liking Indiana Jones 4. It was just, it's fucking goofy. And you know, like the comedy
Goofy movies are
that,
great. I love goofy movies.
it was goofy in the bad way, I feel. And it's because like the dialogue in the Indiana Jones movies, it really served when it was the original like trilogy, right? Once you wait like decades in between making a s- a sequel or whatever have you, continuation, it kind of does it a disservice because like people like let's face it, the people who watch the trilogy are all grown up and they're doing their own things now they have kids and you know, some of the kids might be like, you know, banging and maybe they might end up pregnant in high school or something and you have a Juno like experience. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know,
I think
but that's
we.
neither here nor there.
Well, we'll talk about
Uh
that later. I think.
but yeah, it was just kind of hokey and the 60s Batman sort of ending that we got where you know, what was the big what was the point? What do we learn today? What do we get from this? We got knowledge, Robin. We got
Who
knowledge.
played Batman in the '60s one?
Oh, I'm talking that I'm referencing fucking Adam West.
Adam. I thought so. Just just Adam West turns to the
Which
camera and he's like, "Hey kids, let me tell you
yes,
something.
support your local police department. But
Fund the
yeah,
police."
yes, the the solution's not defund the police, it's fund the police and
Wow, Adam West said that in the
and watch the clapping
1960s.
seals fucking clap.
Is the clapping seal in this
Anyway.
case Robin?
Oh, well, no. Like, this is back in the 60s where, like, support for the police was at an all-time high. And, of course, like, Batman, you know, being, like, the good moral, like, the sort of the avatar of what we think of truth and justice in the American way. And which isn't, you know, like another studio ripping off Superman's fucking shtick. That's actually in Universe DC, so because it's Batman, Superman, blah blah blah. But
Isn't there a
he's sort of like
Superman in the Adam West Batman show?
not to my knowledge.
I could swear Adam West has communicated with a Superman. I don't know if it was a Superman from his own show or if it was just like a Superman that they casted for the Batman show. But I think
I
there is a clip from the Batman show where he talks to Superman on the phone.
Oh, there's a good chance that that happened, but as far as I can recall, there wasn't any crossover back then because this was like when comic book shit was like in its infancy, you know, on TV. Like though, even though the Batman series was originally a bunch of serials that you listen to on the radio, some of them are really really good. Like I highly suggest just googling or YouTubing old serials from the 40s and the 50s,
Okay,
even
that
the
does sound pretty
20s,
based.
even the 20s if you're nasty, because you know,
Did you
like,
know? Are
because
you
serial.
listening to? Have you tried listening to the new Batman audio adventure drama?
No, I didn't even know that existed till
Yeah,
just right now.
they made like a Batman like there's there's a big craze in the internet about audio drama podcasts that like tell a story, and there is a Batman one, and I believe it was fairly recent.
I'll have to go check that out then, because that sounds fun.
So Astral tagged me, and then I believe either he just sent me stars or Twitch censored what he said. What did he say? Is it
Uh,
stars for you?
I think it's stars because the auto mod or no moderator bots have like popped up or anything. Assuming you have bots, of course, in here.
I don't have mod bots, no.
Oh, it might just be a naughty no word because it's like a 3-letter word. So he either called you.
Oh, I hope it didn't start with F.
It's
Oh,
censored,
it's a
I think.
link. Okay, okay. You can't post
Oh,
links
okay,
in
okay,
chat unless
okay.
you're a mod. So yeah, that's what happened.
Oh God. Oh, real quick, Jello. He was hanging out with me like the entire stream last night.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't know who Paul was, and he was
Oh,
all like,
Jason and Paul met? How'd that go?
"Oh, he annoyed Paul." Let me just say that, like him
Aw.
and
I thought they would get along. I thought their chaotic nature would combine into a powerful
well,
force.
it just sometimes it just like depends. It's a roll of the dice. Sometimes with people, but anyway, no. Paul was, you know how Paul does, where he says, "Use promo code Moediggity to get yourself some like AIDS medication."
Yeah. That's a good bit. I like it.
Yeah, so fucking Jello didn't know who Paul was, and he was like, "Dude, do you want me to ban this guy in your chat because fucking Paul was going extra ham. Like, like when you order a pizza, you're like, I would like ham. And you're like, looking at pizza, you're like, no, extra ham. They put extra ham on there, and the guy sighs, puts his hands on the fucking table, and goes, look, when I say extra ham, I mean fucking the whole cow, the whole pig, right? And so that's what Paul was doing in my
Why does that
chat.
sound appetizing to me? I'm a fucking obese like monster because I'm just imagining a pizza that's like destroyed with ham and I want to eat it.
That's just too much ham, the amount of ham I'm thinking of. But yeah, he was like, dude, you want me to ban this guy? He's just straight up posting links. And I
Links
looked
to
at the
AIDS
chat
medication.
and I saw that was Paul. I was like, no, that's Paul.
Isn't
That's
Paul a
Paul.
mod? How could Jason ban him?
Oh, I don't know. I think he was like really looking that hard. He was just like, what the fuck is going on here? He didn't understand it. Anyway, so
Is it time to talk about why I didn't like Two Towers or
well, no, let me go ahead and give you the TLDR of the movie, right? I
okay,
don't know
so
why.
the movie is like 3 hours long, so the TLDR, we're gonna be in this
Yes.
seat for at least 30 minutes, so please.
No. I've watched this movie like 100 fucking times. I think I know how to succinctly tell the Lord of the Rings Two Towers story.
Okay, please. Go
Okay.
ahead.
Anyway, so the end of the last movie, The Hobbit, ended up with the Fellowship breaking apart and going their own way. Sam and Mary got fucking kidnapped by Urukai. And so Gimli, Legolas, and fucking Strider slash Aragorn are giving chase and trying to rescue the hobbits. Meanwhile, Sam and Frodo running. Oh goddamn! Hold on
Is
a
it
sec. Fuck,
Frodo or Frollo?
Frodo. I
Okay.
got a phone call. Hold on.
Moediggity taking a phone call live on stream. So fucking unprofessional, this guy.
Yeah, fuck you. I'm sorry.
Ah, all right, folks. I just well, while Mo is gone, let's go ahead and talk some fun stuff. I meant to say this at the beginning, but then I didn't because I'm stupid. So this should be the last stream on this shitty, dumb, bad laptop. Because sitting right next to me in a cardboard box that arrived like 10 minutes before the stream is my shiny new laptop. It's right here. And once the stream is done, I'm going to pop that baby open and I'm going to start setting it up. So hopefully next time you see me live on Twitch, it'll be on a laptop that isn't fucking shit. That isn't awful. Jury's still out on the mic though, because this $100 headset I bought seems like it kind of sucks, and I might return it. I'm probably gonna return it, so I'm just gonna use this mic. Now that I know noise cancellation works on OBS, I'll still be able to like stream and shit with this mic. So like I'm satisfied. I'm fine. We'll see how bad the Craig recording comes out. Usually Discord's pretty good at canceling out the AC. I don't know if Mo can hear it really good. I believe the stream can't hear it, or maybe they could just hear it when I'm talking. But either way, it's fine as long as it's not a constant stream of brrr. We'll see what Mo says when he gets back. I'll ask him.
I fucking hate Easter so fucking much, man.
What, your family just called you to say Happy Easter? Or?
No. Like, all right. So, like, what's the one thing that you do? You don't say, "Oh, hey, we're coming over there right now to come get you to go eat our fucking 3:00
Are
fucking
you
dinner at 11."
fucking kidding me?
No. I told him like, "Hey, I'm not even close to ready. I just like woke up half hour ago or about an hour ago now. I haven't showered or anything yet. Like, my mom and them, like, they think that they could psychically fucking communicate with me. So I fucking told him, no, please don't come get me right now. I don't have any clean clothes on. I haven't even showered yet. I haven't showered in the last few fucking days. So, you know, I'm very pungent. I'm very ripe right now. You don't want to come
Okay,
get me
that's
in
kind of
this form.
gross. The TMI.
Yeah, well, it happens, and I'm in the middle of fucking talking about goddamn Two Towers. So
I also want to
okay,
say, hold on. I just want to give a story in that category. So one time my grandparents called and they said, "Hey, do you want to go out to dinner?" And I was like, "Sure." And they were like, "Okay, we'll come get you later. Go get ready." And I was like, "Okay." And I was like 10 minutes away from finishing a podcast I was listening to. So I was like, "Okay, let me finish this and then I'll get up and shower." And I finished it. And then immediately they pull into the driveway 10 minutes after they talk to me. So I just had to like throw on clothes and fucking destroy myself with deodorant. Like it was so bad. I was out of body spray. So I just had to do that like awful poor people thing where you just rub deodorant on your entire body to like try to not be an awful goblin when I went out with my grandparents.
That shit pisses me off so bad. Like, you know who I am, and you know what I do for like a living, and like, just wake up at I'm not going to be up at no 11:00 normally. Like work related, like on my days off. Like I normally don't set alarms on my fucking days off. Like I slept through my alarms even this morning. Like, cause I was planning on waking up at fucking 9:30. I heard the alarm go off. Like, fuck you.
Fuck no.
And
Yeah.
like, and I woke up. I was like 10:30. I was like, oh fuck, I gotta fucking re-up your second movie knowledge again, because I fell asleep halfway through it. Only because it was a long ass fucking day. But anyway, so yeah, so Sam and Frodo with the D, not Frollo. What the
Listen,
fuck would you ever
the
think
way
that was
Sam said
Frollo?
it, it kind of sounded like he was saying Mr. Frollo.
You can clearly hear the D when he says Frodo, Riely.
Listen, fuck you. Continue.
I think you're the only one in the entire world that's ever made that
No
mistake.
way. There's gotta be
there's
like
no fucking
thousands
way.
of
There's
others.
no fucking way.
No
There's no
way.
fucking way anyone ever thought to themselves as Frollo.
It sounded like he was saying Mr. Frollo. Mr. Frollo.
No, not even, because there's a distinct. Shut up, Riely, you bitch. Anyway, so Frodo and Samwise, they're trekking along, and they run into Gollum, aka Schmeagol, aka the first one to have the ring after, the king who was supposed to throw it into the lava did not in the first film. Yada yada. Anyway, so fast forward, there's magic and adventure happening, and then we finally get to we get to Minas Tirith. No, was it Minas Tirith?
Probably.
Yeah. No, Gondor, not Minas Tirith. I think that's the next movie. Yeah, man, my throat is fucking super scratchy. I really wish that you didn't make me go first. But anyway, Yeah, so they get to Gondor, and after, well, yeah, we're just going to fast forward it because there's a lot of shit, and if I start talking about it, the scene where uh they get into they go to Rohan, and Gandalf pushes out fucking Saruman out of the king's body and brings it back to normal. I think the CGI and the effects still fucking holds up to this day because it's really really well done. You go from him being decrepit and disheveled to a whole person again. And I thought that was really really cool looking. I think it still holds up to this day. So anyway, fast forward. You get to fucking did they even get to Gondor in this second one?
I don't fucking know.
No, you know what? I don't think they went to. No, I'm thinking of the third one. I'm thinking out loud too. They didn't get to Gondor. That's the next movie. They got to they went to the fucking deep, Helm's Deep, and that's where the big fucking epic battle begins. If you watch the 4 hour version, the setup for
I
this
would have
battle,
killed myself. That would have been the
got
end.
you have absolutely no attention span whatsoever. I think that's what ruins movies for you is that you don't have an attention span.
I've watched plenty of movies. I've watched plenty of movies for this show and been perfectly fine. But this fucking garbage. Finish your goddamn plot summary so we can argue about why this movie is objectively terrible.
No, this movie is not objectively terrible. You're using objectively wrong. Anyway, yeah, they did get to Gondor, but they're fighting. It was Samwise and Frodo and Smeagol. They were fighting in the city outside of Gondor. I forgot the name of it, but they're fighting the orcs and the Uruk-hai and all that, and they're getting their asses kicked because the steward of fucking Gondor is a uncaring, unloving piece of shit who only cares about making solidifying his power because him and his line have been kings. Well, steward, but de facto kings
They was
in that
Kangs?
region. Yeah, they was kangs and shit. They was kangs, and then after Aragorn, who is the true king, uh, comes back, they will not be kangs. They will just be shit. But anyway. Anyway, so blah blah blah. Helm's Deep, fucking fantastic battle. On the third day of the right, I think on the fifth, I think it was the fifth day or the third day. Look to the east to the rising sun, and here comes fucking Gandalf with the goddamn cavalry, with the riders of Rohan, which had a really cool scene way way early in the movie, and they fucking come up and you know Gandalf just has the fucking light pouring through him and pouring toward the fucking orcs and the Uruk-hai, and they fucking destroy the army. They run off into the woods, which if you watch if you watch the extended version, you see the woods are living and they gobble up the rest of the fucking Uruk-hai, and so Saruman's army is defeated initially at the Battle of Helm's Deep. Even though if you look at the numbers and you look at the score, it was Aragorn and the fucking king of fucking the king of Rohan, whose forces were thoroughly routed and fucking destroyed, and they were doing a suicide run at the very end of it. And the only reason why they lived is because fucking Gandalf showed up with the Riders of Rohan to help them out. So, uh, it ends great for them. It ends bittersweet for Merry and Pippin, who were in the woods talking to the Ents, and that's sort of the
And
exposition
it
dump
ends
of the movie. because like the ends talk very slow because they're fucking
Yeah.
ancient ass trees, and that's how they fucking do.
And
That's
it
how
ends
ents
it ends
do.
poorly for Sam and
No,
Frodo
they don't.
as
Well, yeah,
Smeagol plots to
it
kill them.
unfortunately does, and Samwise Gamgee, who is probably my favorite character, uh, he's right to suspect Smeagol because he's like, he's fucking nuts. And yeah, that's pretty much the end of Lord of the Rings: The Two Towers, my second favorite fucking film.
All right, can I
Let's
talk
go
now?
ahead. Well, all right, but I do want to do a few
You'll get to
fun
do your fun
facts.
facts at the end. We do those at the end.
All right, all right, all right.
But this movie was fucking boring.
You're
Like,
fucking
what
boring.
the fuck did I just watch? It was so awful. Maybe
How the fuck is
okay.
it awful?
This movie was 3 hours. I might have
Yeah.
been entertained for like 20 minutes of those 3 hours.
What?
Like I kind of
How
felt
the
for
fuck?
I kind of felt for Smeagol, his little arc. The battle was like cool, I guess. But like the rest of the movie
What the
sucked.
fuck do you mean? I guess fucking Aragorn throws Gimli into a bunch of Urukai, and he
Well, I've
fucking
seen
like
it all
it's just
before.
fucking
It's just
bad.
the end of the movie action
How the
scene.
fuck you? Oh, how the fuck have you seen it all before?
Because it's just a fucking generic action scene.
It's not a
There's
generic
nothing
action.
special about this
How
shit.
how many dwarves do you see getting thrown into fucking orcs?
Okay,
and
maybe
Urukai?
that one particular part was kind of unique and it was good, but just like, oh, they're shooting arrows at the bad guys. Oh, it's a war scene. You ever seen a war scene before? You ever seen a fucking war scene? Fucking, there you go. Here it is. It's just, this movie's so fucking lame. It's so lame.
You were so stupid.
I didn't
fucking
enjoy
hurts
it. It
my
was a
brain.
struggle to get through.
How is it lame?
It was just boring, and it was way too long.
How is it just boring? Could you please like tell me specifically
I
what was
sat
so
there and
boring
I
about it?
watched it, and as I'm watching it, I'm like, I'm getting no enjoyment out of this. This is just boring. I'm just watching people on a screen say things that I don't care about, and it's just like, yeah, I don't like this.
Were you pissed off or something when you watched this?
No, I just didn't like it. It was bad.
Oh my god, Riley, you fucking suck out loud so bad.
You could have, and the worst thing is, there are people who watch a 4-hour version of this shitty fucking movie.
No, it's a fucking great fucking 4-hour version.
This movie would be much better if they just they brought a chainsaw to it on the cutting room floor. This should be a 90-minute movie, and even then it would be too long.
Oh god, you were just a pain in my ass for no reason whatsoever. I don't know how you can consider this movie boring. It's literally one of the best films of all time.
It was so
It really
boring.
does rank up there. It really does rank up there. Anyway,
Yeah, it's
you have
number
any
2.
other opinions? You have any other opinions?
No, I just thought it was bad. Except, like I said, I liked Smeagol's little character arc. I liked the fucking fuck. What are they? Is it a goblin? Is what that guy is? A dwarf. A dwarf. Yeah, he throws the dwarf. That was kind of funny.
Did you have to think about what race Gimli was?
Yes, because I first my brain kind of got mixed up, and I was just thinking about small creatures, and I was like goblin, elf. Oh wait, it's dwarf. But yeah, it's just a whole lot of boring.
Let's go into some fun facts about Lord of the Rings: Two Towers.
Nothing is fun about this.
Oh, you're fucking stupid. That's what you are. Anyway, so number 10, and I'm not going to read every single one, but it didn't exist until the Lord of the Rings: Two Towers. It didn't exist until the franchise moved to a different movie studio.
New Line, right?
Let's see. I believe it might have been New. It was a move from Miramax to New Line. Yeah, they were having some studio issues.
Yeah, New Line made good movies that aren't this. The New Line made Jason X. There's a New Line movie on my list.
Oh wow. Yeah, they were having they said that Miramax were having it was revealed that it was most difficult to film of the three fuck. They really did not word this very right. Okay, when the franchise moved from Miramax to New Line, it became a trilogy. The Two Towers became a film in its own right, but filmmakers have revealed that it was the most difficult film of the three to develop due to it not having a clear beginning or end to its story. Really fucking why? There's like so many movies that fucking start off in the middle of fucking everything. Well, like why was this one different? That's weird. Uh Peter Jackson planned to plan the Battle of Helm's Deep using toy soldiers, which have been really cool, but like the Army of Darkness, it's a lot cooler to see the people in costume than it would be to see just like miniatures
I
24/7
don't think
for the fucking.
that was ever the plan. They were saying he planned the battle with the toys. Like constructed how the battle would go using toys as an example. I believe is what they're saying.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I guess I misread that then. It's still early in the morning for me, so I'm not all together there.
It's 11:45. It is
Yeah,
literally
but
the end
it's
of the
early for me.
morning.
It's early for me. It's early for me.
You can't just early then, because it's not early in the morning, because the morning is going to be over in
Shut the fuck
14
up.
minutes.
Oh, shut the fuck up, you goddamn time Nazi. Anyway, Andy Serkis, the dude who plays Golem and I believe Darth Maul, was initially only hired for 3 weeks of voiceover work. So that was it's kind of crazy. You look at the dude's career, and he started off being Darth Maul, right?
Yeah, didn't
And
he
he
play
only had like
he played Caesar in the new Planet of the Apes movies, right? Andy Serkis?
I believe so. Yes, I think so.
People really like those movies. I didn't really get into them.
Oh man, the Planet of the Apes fucking series is really really good. I haven't got to see the third one yet. I just haven't gotten around to it. But
I watched
the
War in
second one,
theaters and I fell asleep.
the second one was fucking cool. I thought
The third one is
because like
War, right?
yeah, I think War of the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah,
I still haven't seen that
I
yet.
watched War when it came out in the theaters and I fell asleep.
Huh? You fall asleep for so many great movies.
I didn't fall
Yeah.
asleep for this shit. I watched the whole thing.
But anyway.
Well, I guess
So
I
yeah,
did fall asleep, but I turned it off and then I fell asleep and then I woke up and resumed from where I left off. I fell asleep on purpose, pausing the movie before I did. I didn't fall asleep during the movie.
maybe you just don't have a mind for high fantasy. Maybe that's the problem.
Maybe you don't have a mind for these nuts. Fuck you.
Fucking man, shut up, bitch. Anyway, so Andy Serkis, it's kind of crazy. You look at his career, and he's hired on for these. Well, he was hired on for like the biggest iconic. Well, what became iconic, Darth Maul, right? And Darth Maul doesn't really have that many fucking scenes if you really think about it. And he only has, I think, one line throughout the entire fucking movie. But anyway, you look at his casting for Darth Maul. He was Toad in the very first X-Men film.
In the new Mario movie, he was Toad.
No, not Toad. Shut the fuck up. All right, I'm trying to power through this for you.
Okay,
since
fine,
you hate
please.
this fucking movie so much, and
Well,
you're being an interrupting fucking cow.
Listen,
so stop
we're making a
mooing over
podcast.
my
I'm trying to
shit.
be funny.
Yeah, yeah. You're so funny.
I'm hilarious, bitch. Fuck you.
Anyway, Kate Winslet was initially offered the role of Eowyn. That's the chick who's simping hard for fucking Aragorn, but he cannot give you what you are seeking. He's not able to love her because he's all about that elven pussy. Which I'll be honest, I think Kate Winslet.
Don't say
Winslet
pussy, because that means boy pussy. It was very much a girl.
It's a fucking meme now, stupid.
Yeah, bussy is boy pussy. That's the meme.
Yeah, but you say elven bussy like car bussy. like fucking pussy for a car. Riely, God, how am I further along the
No,
fucking
no.
meme fucking
The
rabbit hole
reason
than
it's a
you are?
meme is because it's boy pussy, and we're
No,
talking
man,
about a
it's a fucking meme.
female.
No, it's you say dragon bussy or drag bussy. That you say bussy
Yeah.
at the end of it, like car bussy.
No, you don't say bussy at the end. You just say ussy.
Yes, you
Like you
do.
say it.
Fucking
Like get some of that.
retard.
Get some of that dragon ussy. You just say ussy at the end.
You know,
That's that
Dragusi,
meme.
Dragusi. Oh,
Dragussy.
shut
Yeah.
the fuck up! Stop correcting me on my meme usage, motherfucker.
Yeah. Bussy is boy pussy. So no.
Who
It's
cares?
Elvin ussy.
Who cares? You fucking goober! God damn you! Anyway, Viggo Mortensen broke his fucking toe. Broke two of his toes on the screen. If you recall, like near the beginning of the movie, when they can't find Merry and Pippin, and they get to the field where the battle was, where the riders of Rohan killed all the Uruk-hai, and they presume Merry and Pippin to be dead because they one of the leaves, so Lordaeron, not no, that's World of Warcraft. uh, one of the leaves that sort of binds the little cloak that they have, fell on the ground, so they thought they were dead. When he kicks the fucking helmet, he breaks both his toes, and that is fucking authentic because he just broke both his fucking toes. And instead of like being a little fucking soy bitch like most of the fucking actors are today, he powered through it like a fucking champ and just used his pain to fuel that fucking scene and the scene afterwards. So yeah, Vigo fucking broke two of his toes on there. Let's see. The dude who played Gimli played two different characters. Let's see. Oh, I didn't know this. He played not only Gimli, but he played the voice of fucking Treebeard, the Ents. So I didn't know that. So hell yeah, I figured it was just like a bit role doing that. Orlando Bloom cracked 3 of his ribs falling off of a horse for a scene. The actors playing the orcs had to rinse out their mouths with black and licorice.
I give us
So
one
that
more, the funnest fact you could find.
well, we can do both because I'm just like doing one because they're interesting actually. Like they're actually interesting. Vigo kept his horse at the end of the shoot, so the horse that you see him riding on, he actually kept that.
That's cool.
It's like the chick who played Sansa in Game of Thrones. She kept the big fucking dire wolf that she adopted. Her character adopted in the show because she loved it so much. And finally, last fun fact: Andy Serkis was deemed to be ineligible for Best Supporting Actor in the Academy Awards. Despite giving a truly stunning performance as Gollum, Andy Serkis was deemed to be ineligible for Best Supporting Actor the Best Supporting Actor Academy Award due to the character being computer generated, which I think is really fucking shit because the dude put on the fucking the mocap outfit with the little fucking polka dots and shit, or not polka dots, fucking ping pong balls on it.
Yeah, whatever, that.
So that's kind of crazy that they would think that he's ineligible for it because that's still him. The only CGI aspect is just the character, but like he did literally everything else. So I didn't know that. That's kind of crazy, but yeah, it was not the Two Towers was nominated for 6 Academy Awards as well, the only third ever sequel to be nominated for Best Picture. It eventually walked home with the statuettes for Best Sound Editing and Best Visual Effects, which personally I think it probably deserved fucking movie of the year that year because
Okay,
that was
buddy.
like no, it's 2002. Not a whole lot of bangers are
What came
coming
out in
out in
2002?
2002. I don't remember. I just remember Lord of the Rings.
I had just became alive, so I do not remember the movies.
Well, I'm sorry, sir, but I don't have the 2002 movie list in front of me.
Didn't Stuart Little
So
come out in 2002? That deserved to be on
no, Stuart Little fucking sucked. Anyway, so that's my second movie. That's my next to last number 2 movie On the list is Lord of the Rings, Two Towers. Go check it out.
Well, folks, there's a little poem that I like to recite from time to time. Mo may have heard it recently. I believe the poem goes a little something like this: The flower wished that it was a tree. The tree said, "I wish I could be a different kind of tree." The cat wished that it was a bee. Okay, I don't remember enough lyrics to this song. Number two, my number two film. You've been waiting for it. I've been teasing it. You've been wondering where I'm gonna put it. Is it gonna be number one? Well, no, but it is gonna be number two. My number two film is Juno, folks.
Oh God.
2007 comedy film starring Elliot Page and Michael Cera. Also got J.K. Simmons in there, so some powerful star power. I discovered the movie recently, and the reason I clicked on it is I said, holy shit, Michael Cera and J.K. Simmons? Sign me up.
Yeah, there's actually in this movie, there's quite a few up and coming actors that were actually in there, and I was a bit surprised by it.
But okay, folks. Juno, I said this on the other podcast, so like I'll be brief, but Juno is literally me. to put it as if I am keto quarter.
Okay, you're a 16-year-old pregnant girl?
You see, that's the exact joke that Jack made in chat when I said it in the Juno podcast. But no, I just think the style of humor of this movie.
Did you knock up a chick and bail on her? Shut up.
Yeah.
And then come back later on say, I love you anyway, I'm sorry.
Okay, but hold on. Just the style of humor of this film, the way it's written, and specifically the character of Juno, are so in line with like my humor that it's like scary. It's like they made this movie for me. I think if I tried to write a comedy film about teenagers in high school, it would just be like a worse version of Juno. Cuz like the humor is so on brand for me. There's so many jokes that just like hit me super hard. I love like almost every line in this film. It's just so fun, and I love it so much. And it also gets emotional too. Like my fucking heartstrings get tugged a couple times in this movie. This movie is just brilliant, and the world agrees with me, but it seems that Moediggity does not.
No, the world doesn't agree with you at all.
You want to go ahead and log into Rotten Tomatoes and tell me what
Rotten
Juno has?
Tomatoes, the most accurate fucking website on the fucking planet. Rotten Tomatoes give this, 38 potatoes out of fucking 90 tomatoes. I don't fucking know. Yeah. Anyway, no, like, dude, I'm sorry, but like Rotten Tomatoes is not that accurate.
Juno won like Oscars. No one even
How many Oscars did it win?
I don't know the number, but I know it won at
Was
least
it more than
Oscar.
Two Towers? Was it more
Probably
than Two
not,
Towers?
But I don't know.
Okay, then. So Two Towers wins out again. Thank you and good night. Anyway, no, what were you even talking about?
How Juno's good and the world agrees with me.
Oh, yeah, dude, like Juno wasn't really that big of a film, though. I remember when this movie was advertised, there was controversy and stuff like that because it had pro-life, pro-choice messages in there and all that, and it had to deal with the teenage pregnancy, which is still a big taboo for everyone. Like, it's fucking weird, like everyone's fine, everyone's a Christian or a moral atheist or something, but while you're a teenager, but then the programming really comes out when like you're not no, don't interrupt. The programming really comes out. Shut up. The programming really comes out when an unwed teenager becomes fucking pregnant. It's just so weird.
God damn it! I fucking hate you.
Well, yeah. If you would, all right, dude. I was almost fucking done, and you need to be an interrupting cow. And so, don't interrupt me. I'm almost done. I'm like consciously. I'm consciously. No, you choose to interrupt me, in like a bunch of like important moments, but I'm literally working on not being so long-winded in some of my shit. And you have to have
And I'm
patience.
keeping you whipped. I'm laying down the
No, no,
hammer.
you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. If you see I'm making a point, don't interrupt. Come on.
Anyway, so I just want to say, Juno did win a lot of awards from various different award shows, and it did win one Academy Award, and it was for its writing.
But did it win more awards than the Two
No, it
Towers did?
fucking did it. It won one. It won
Okay,
one
then Two
Academy
Towers.
Award.
So far, Two Towers 3, it's Juno 0.
Wait, what
First
are
off,
the 3 points for Two Towers?
well, first off, the Two Towers gets a point because it's the Two Towers, so that's number one.
No, that's
Number
not.
two,
No, that's not valid. Fuck you. No, we're
yes,
taking
it
that
is.
point away. We gotta be
No,
objective
that
about
is.
this. We're taking that point away. What are the other 2 points?
Oh my god, you suck out loud.
What are the other 2 points?
The other 2 points are, well, it has, it won 2 Academy Awards and several Oscars, I believe,
The
because
Academy
like Peter
Awards and the
Jackson,
Oscars are the same thing.
or the no, it's not the Academy Award. No, it's not the Oscars. The Oscars are the Oscars. Academy Award and all that shit's different. The Oscars, you win an Oscar. You don't win an Academy Award when you're at the Oscar.
You do though.
No, you don't.
The Academy Awards
No,
and the
you
Oscars
win. You
are the
win an
same
Academy
thing.
Award. No, they're not. You win the Academy Award at the Academy Awards show, and then
Which
you win
is
an Oscar.
also the Oscar
No, it's
show.
not. No, it's not. Riely, I'm telling you right now. I usually dig in my feet a lot for a lot of these when we get in our little arguments, but I'm telling you that I am right about this. The Academy Awards show is different than the fucking Oscars. You don't win Academy Awards at the Oscars, you win the Oscar at the Oscars. It's not the same thing. I mean, it's the same thing, but not the same show. You know, it's like a bunch of millionaires, congratulate one another on pretending to be other things, basically. But yeah, continue.
No. Hold on. So I 1 second. Just a moment.
Are you seriously fucking fact checking me on this obvious fucking thing? It's not. The Academy Awards show is different from the Oscars, man. I'm telling you. It's not the fucking same. No one's ever won an Academy Award.
Despite the show having 2 titles, there is actually no difference between the Oscars and the Academy Awards.
Bull fucking shit, man. It's 2 different fucking
Oscar
shows.
is merely a nickname for the Academy Award. The official name for an Academy trophy is the Academy Award of Merit. Get fucked.
No, everyone fucking talks about winning fucking Oscars. They don't ever talk about winning Academy Awards.
Because the Oscars are a nickname for the Academy Awards.
No, it's not. It's literally called the fucking Oscars.
Because it's become so synonymous, but they're the same award. I'm literally reading this on the internet right now. Fuck you. Get fucked. I win.
The internet's wrong and you're wrong.
Okay, Mo.
You're wrong. You're wrong. Go talk about your fucking little bitch on fucking that got knocked up like a fork.
Juno, which won an Academy Award, also known as an Oscar.
Known as an Academy Award.
Known as an Oscar. They're the same thing.
No such thing. No, they're not.
No, you're literally wrong. I just proved you wrong.
Oh, bullshit.
You were just giving a whole speech about like, oh, I know I dig in my feet a lot, but this one I'm right about, and then I proved you wrong, and you're still
wrong. You're wrong.
I'm not wrong. I literally just proved it to you.
Anyway. Stupid bullshit.
Juno won an Oscar, great movie. But like I said, the humor just like fits my brand so well that like I immediately fucking vibed with this movie. I've rewatched it like 3 times just on my own accord. This is my for those who might be familiar with the Monkey and Big show, there was like this running like bit that was like real. It was true. That Biggs watched Donnie Darko like once a day. I think I could do that with Juno, like unironically. This film is just so fun, and it's like 80% fun, and then the other 20% is like real emotional beats that actually hit me. And it's just an expertly crafted film, and the public agrees with me. It won an Oscar. It has a high Rotten Tomatoes rating. It's a timeless classic film. People talk about it all the time.
No, no,
It's currently
they
trending. It's been trending on Hulu searches for like a month straight, because I think they just added it to Hulu somewhat recently. Um, Amazing film. Now, Mo, I want to know. Okay, all the fucking bullshit and jokes aside, you did watch some of Juno, so give me
yeah,
your
sorry.
perspective.
I did fall asleep like through it, and I was just fucking tired. All right, so it's not a bad film. It's just it wasn't for me then, and it's not for me now. So the movie is just lost on me. I'm just not the right audience for it. It's it's sweet. It's got some stuff in there. That's a little bit funny. I love her burger phone.
Yeah,
You
the
know
burger
that
phone's pretty good.
burger phone's really good. Michael Sarah's in there. Fucking J.K. Simmons, as you so pointed out, is in there. Fucking the dude from the Ozarks, and I think Curb Your Enthusiasm
Who's the
or
dude from
Curb Your
Curb Your
Enthusiasm.
Enthusiasm?
Uh, the father of the dude who does jingles, for a living, but
Oh,
he's like,
Jason Statham.
Yeah, I think so. No, Jason Statham. No, that's
Jason
the action
something.
guy. Anyway, yeah, but he's bitter and cynical because he didn't get to live out his rock and roll youth fantasies, and he's doing well now, but it's not what he wanted, and the marriage is sort of like more or less a sham, and they approached Juno to do, like, what was it, a closed adoption,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
believe
So
it
the thing
was.
is, the whole thing is, Juno wants to give up her baby for adoption because she's not ready to be a parent. And she finds an ad for adoption in the newspaper. And they initially like, we could do an open adoption, we could negotiate something. But then Juno was like, nah, man, I don't want to look at this child. He's not my child. He's yours. Closed adoption. And that was the deal that was made.
Yeah, so I mean, like, I think if I were like, maybe if I were your age, Riley, and I saw this, I think
Jason
maybe it would
Bateman, by the
mean
way.
Jason Bateman. Thank you. God, he's such a fucking great actor. Not good enough apparently for me to remember his name, but I
There's
digress.
a lot of famous
Uh,
Jasons. It's understandable.
yeah, there's a lot of them, and there's a lot of there's a like a we were saying beforehand when we were discussing this movie before we got onto the stream
Did you get to the
was
fart part? So get to the fart. I'm sorry. Did you get to the part where it was made extremely obvious that Jason Bateman's character wanted to fuck Juno, or did you fall asleep by that point?
I think I fell asleep because I didn't see that,
It like
but
slowly devolves from like this cute little friendship into like this creepy subtext, and then it ends with them having like a weird slow dance, and then Jason Bateman's character telling Juno that he was gonna leave his wife, and then Juno freaks out, and Jason
wait.
Bateman was like surprised by that because he thought that she'd be cool with it. And I think the implication of the scene is that he was going to then, if she was cool with it, proposition her to move in with him.
Isn't she 16 in
Yes.
this? Oh God, disgusting.
There is a pedophilic subplot in this movie.
Yeah, see, this is one thing that I would that's one thing about this movie that I'm glad that it came out when it did, because if it came out today, there would be there would be a lot of fucking Jason, like his character. What was his character's name again?
Uh, Shit, I don't know.
Oh, well, who cares?
Jason
Anyway,
Bateman.
yeah, Jason Bateman's character. There would be a lot of Mr. Girl Jason Bateman fucking defenders, like saying it's okay, age is just a number. And I'm really
It's
glad.
also, but it's funny when people complain about it too because it's a movie. I just want to say he is like the creepy guy from Juno because I just googled who played the creepy guy in Juno, and I got it immediately. But the first result was a Reddit post, and it's like, can we talk about Jason Bateman's character in Juno? Like, what the fuck? Everybody
Yeah,
knows
no.
he's a fucking creepazoid. It's not
Yeah,
news.
yeah. No, it's a 2007 fucking movie, morons. It's not time to talk about any. God, that's how you know you're about to have a cringe conversation, is when someone decides, like, you're at a party, you're like, hey, I really like this party, great jams, good food, and there's someone who stands in the middle of the room, turns the music off, and says, it's time we had a conversation. That's how every single one of those threads feels like. Party on, party off, buzzkill. And it just makes me move to the next party, and I usually just ignore them, but it pisses me off. But yeah, this movie was really, really, like, it was the perfect time to release that movie. I don't know why I thought it was an MTV film. I guess
It
maybe
probably aired on MTV. That wouldn't surprise me.
yeah, it wouldn't surprise. Oh, I know that MTV talked about it a lot. But anyway, blah blah blah. Yeah,
There were so many good lines in this film. Like this is a good scene. I hope you agree with me on this, Mo, because this might be one of the funniest scenes. Is when Juno goes to Michael Cera, whatever the fuck his name was, Polly Bleecker. Juno goes to Polly and tells her that tells him that she's pregnant, and then at the end of the conversation, she says, "I'm sorry for having sex with you. I know it wasn't your idea or anything." And then she leaves, and Michael Cera's just sitting there like, "Whose idea was it?" It's so funny. He's just like got this look on his face. He's like, "Wait, whose idea was it?"
yeah,
Then
Michael Cera is really fucking funny. I kind of could have used more Michael Cera movies because
this film
I think
had
he's a good
shockingly little
actor.
Michael Cera.
Yeah, I like Michael Cera, even though I didn't really care for Superbad. See, that's another thing. I think right around this time, this movie came out, Superbad, and I think a couple, there was like the big party. There was another. It was the year of. It was like a couple of years where everyone was just throwing party movies. I think because The Hangover came out right around 2008, 2009, I think. I could be totally wrong, and I might be several years off even. But yeah, like right around this time that Juno came out, Superbad came out, and Jonah Hill, who was just really kind of starting out, at least the movies that I noticed anyway. Uh, and Michael Cera was in there. It was kind of right around the time that those movies were coming out, and I didn't really like Superbad. Like, I watched it once and I laughed at a couple of things, but I didn't get why this movie was that well received. You know what I mean? Not to say I don't like Superbad. I don't even think I'll rescind some comments I made about Juno. I don't hate Juno now. It's okay. It's just I guess the disappointing reality of it all is it's hard for me to feel something for the movie just because uh I can't relate. It's too late to relate to it. Maybe if I were like back in those days, I saw it, maybe I would have felt something, but uh it's not like Can't Hardly Wait for me, which was like the perfect movie at the perfect time, which will be a rant for another day. But yeah,
For
yeah,
me, I'm
you
able
know.
to like secondhand relate. Like I'm able to put myself in a character's shoes in most scenarios. Like it's just like, yeah, I'm not a woman, so I would not get pregnant, but like it would probably suck. So like I understand her struggle. You know what I'm saying? It's like putting yourself in their
Yeah.
shoes, even if you wouldn't directly relate.
The scenarios I get. It's just that I can't relate to the characters.
Yeah, I
Like
get it.
I was
I think I
I
relate
guess
to
I
Juno
was
just because her personality lines up so much with mine.
well, yeah, that and the Juno is the main character. You're supposed to be she's supposed to be the relatable one. But
Well, yeah, but I'm not.
yeah,
As we said earlier, I'm not a pregnant 16-year-old girl, but I can relate to her just based on I can tell why she's struggling, and also her personality lines up with mine shockingly well.
Yeah, but no, I get why like people would relate. I think I was just too old to relate to the movie back in those days, and I'm too old now to relate to it. So still a decent movie. It's not terrible.
I was too young to relate to it in 2007. I was 5.
Obviously.
God, you were like out of college, weren't you? Or like
Uh,
just at the end.
5, 6, 7. Yeah, 3 years of dropout
3 years
at
of
that point.
dropout, and I was 5.
Oh well.
It's crazy though, like that's like one of the amazing things about like the internet. That like it brings so many like people of like different, walks of life together based on like common interests. And
Mhm.
that's what happened is I have a great friend in Mo. I consider him one of my best friends, even though the generational gap is kind of steep.
Yeah, there's quite a generational gap.
And I'm sure he considers me one of his best friends and doesn't hate my guts.
I don't hate your guts.
I know. I'm just joking. But yeah, I love Juno, adore it. You're gonna say recency bias, people at home, but I truly resonated with this movie, and I think it's gonna stick in my mind for a very long time. But I think that's about it for my Juno talk. So I guess Moediggity, it's time for your big
Well,
number one. Oh, go ahead.
well, real quick though, since like you love this movie so much, and who was it you were talking about? Who was watching it once a day again?
No. So Biggs watched Donnie Darko once a day, and I was just using that as an example of I would do that with Juno.
Oh, you would be the first YouTuber to actually do that. Well, no, I mean, no, I was just sorry that came out wrong. Yeah, I can totally understand like why this would be one of those movies you would watch every day. Razor Fist, said that during high school, he used to like during I think it was high school, he would come home every day after school and watch fucking Blade Runner.
That's based.
Yeah, Blade Runner is such a fantastic film. I'm upset that it didn't crack the top 10 because it really deserves a fucking shot. But God, there's just so many. Like we've got to do another top 10 movies of all time or whatever, because like I want to talk about that film one day.
Well, I mean, we can just do a Blade Runner review or whatever movie you just said. Are we talking about Blade Runner?
Okay, yeah, I'm totally
Yeah,
down
fuck
for
it.
that.
I'm
Yeah,
down to
in
review any
fact,
movie on this show. We can review
I'm
Blade Runner.
actually I'm actually down to talk about Blade Runner, and I think it's Blade Runner 2049
That's like the new
or
one,
whatever.
right? That came
Yeah,
out
the
a
new one.
couple years
I
ago.
just I watched it recently. I fucking really liked the film a lot. I don't.
You want to do a double feature then? Review them both in one episode?
Yeah, I'm totally down for that. I don't get the the animosity toward that. I get it. I get the animosity for the new Tron or the what used to be the new Tron movie
Tron
because
Legacy?
they really yeah, Tron Legacy, I didn't like it unfortunately. It was just like there was a lot of shit they could have done with Tron Legacy, and it was like it was kind of the sequel that nobody asked for, and the cartoon show series that came out, people really fucking loved that, and the studio that had it just fucking canceled it after
Holy
one
shit.
season.
I watched Tron Legacy and I forgot that I did because I was really intoxicated on several substances. But I did watch Tron Legacy.
Yeah, Tron Legacy had the unfortunate honor of being a sequel that no one really asked for. Like when the trailer came out, everyone was like, "Oh, new Tron movie." Oh, we didn't really ask for it, and Tron was the movie. Tron kind of was a good enough to be one and done. You know, it's like you didn't need the sequel for it, and it fucking shows the reasons why we didn't need a sequel to Tron. But that's a rant for another day.
Literally, I
I
remember
wouldn't mind
more.
doing it.
Oh,
I
go
wouldn't
ahead.
mind doing a double feature on that one as
Yeah,
well.
we could do
Watch
Tron
both
and
movies
Tron
again.
Legacy. Yeah, that'd be dope. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so I did watch Tron Legacy, but like I said, I was not all there, so I don't remember a lot of it. Um, I know more about Tron Legacy from playing fucking Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance, because there was a Tron world in Kingdom Hearts 2,
Oh, nice.
And they're in Dream Drop Distance, which is the 3DS one. Tron Legacy had come out, so they did another Tron World, and they did Tron Legacy. And I remember more about that than I do the real Tron Legacy movie. It was sad because Sora was friends with Tron because he went to the Tron World in Kingdom Hearts 2, and then he goes to Tron Legacy World, and Tron's bad now. He's like, oh no, Tron, what's going on? It's sad.
Hmm.
But anyway, so yeah, that's about all I got to say about Juno. So Moediggity, number one.
Well, all right. So for this number one list, and this has been a long time coming. Imagine if you will.
Oh my god.
Imagine if you will, a young boy raised on a desert planet, trying his best to get out of the desert planet and go join the rebellion of in the universe that he's in. He does that. Uh, Emotions run high, losses are incurred,
Don't
and
you mean
all that.
she? We're talking about the Last Jedi, right?
Don't you ever fucking say that sequence of words to me ever again. Don't you ever fucking say that ever again when I am talking about my number one film, Empire Strikes Back. Now, why did this get the number one nod?
That's a question I want to know.
Over A New Hope and Return of the Jedi,
Both better films,
which I fucking love.
and they're both better than Empire.
Shut the fuck up. You're not even right. Anyway, no. Why did it get the nod over New Hope and Return? Because I love the shit out of New Hope. It used to be my favorite film of all time when I was a kid, and I did in the loss of Empire when I was a kid was a little bit lost on me, because I didn't really understand what happened, right? And holy shit, what the fuck? You're actually still doing this? Yes, Insight Zoidberg, we are. Thank you.
This
And
is the
hello.
end. He's talking about his number one movie. We're almost
This
done.
is the end. My only friend, the end.
What's up,
A
Insight?
little bit of
How
Doors
you doing,
for
buddy?
you. But anyway, yeah. The reason why is because I used to love the shit out of New Hope, and I loved uh I loved Return more than because I think at that time I was older and I was old enough to really get Star Wars, and I think right around after my love for Return really blossomed, I think that I got Empire a lot more than I did Return or A New Hope back then, but it's not until like I was in my 20s that I really start ranking Empire up as, the fucking the movie to end the best one out of the trilogy, right? The original trilogy. Because and I'll go ahead and give you the TLDR. You know, they're all on Hoth. The Empire is fucking coming at them. They're trying to get the main rebel base because it's important, right? And so you have Darth Vader fucking like just going fucking nuts, about to land with the fucking landing party. You get the big, this is the first we got the sort of we were introduced to the sort of totality of what the Empire was back in New Hope, because you had Obi-Wan having to do the Jedi mind trick on a fucking stormtrooper so they could just go to a freaking bar on Mos Eisley, and where they would talk to Han Solo and Chewie and introduce us to one of the coolest fucking ships with the coolest name, the Millennium Falcon. Why the Millennium and Falcon are in the same name, I don't know. It sounds fucking cool though. But anyway, so we're there. They have to fucking get the fuck out of Dodge because they had infinite. I still don't know why Family Guy pointed this out. Like they're in space, so we literally have infinite directions in which to leave. But we're going to go ahead and just go straight towards them. So they went ahead and did that. They went ahead and did that. Fast forward. Luke has to go to fucking the Dagobah system.
That's the Star Wars I like. It's the Family Guy. Star Wars
Yeah,
parody.
yeah. What I really would like to see is sort of the Robot Chicken parodies and the Star Wars parodies spliced into the original trilogy, or like really any of the Star Wars movies that they cover.
I want to see.
Because I think that would be fucking hysterical.
I think Seth MacFarlane is very good at spoofing Star Wars. Like it's just funny.
Yeah, him
Because
and Seth Green. There's something about dudes named Seth that can do Star Wars
my
really
my
well.
pitch, right, is because people want Family Guy, Star Wars, Disney trilogy, but that really doesn't work because they're already the characters are assigned. But what if they did? What if they
It's
did?
already a tragic comedy.
What if they did fucking American Dad, Star Wars for the new
Well, no,
trilogy?
well, we thought that not American Dad, Cleveland Show. Well, American Dad does different parodies. They like to do show parodies, like the 100, or
Yeah, but I think it'd
I
be
think it's the
fun.
100.
Like if they just
Yeah,
like they did like a Star Wars Disney trilogy parody. They could make Haley Ren or whatever the fuck her name is. What's her name? Ray. That's it. That's the one.
Ray Skywalker.
Ray Skywalker. Yeah, you can make that
Huh.
Haley. What are the other characters? I don't know. I haven't watched Star Wars, the Disney one.
The fucking Superman fucking scene where Leia fucking literally survives the vacuum of space and does the Superman pose. Oh, it's just so stupid. Anyway, blah blah blah. So they end up having to go around. Luke has to go to the Dagobah system after the incident where he was stranded out in the middle of the fucking icy fields, the icy snowy fields, and Han has to save him, and thus we get the line that's been repeated and memed upon for fucking decades now. Ah, I thought they smelled bad on the outside. And then so we get the big meme line that I'm sure that fucking Lucas didn't ever intend to become the meme, but it did. So blah blah blah. Dagobah system. He meets Yoda. You find out that there is life after death, at least for Force ghosts, or at least for a Jedi, because Obi-Wan Kenobi shows up and surprise, dun, da, 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 he's so strong. His faith in the Force is so strong that he absolved. Not he didn't die. He disappeared like at the end of the near the end of the first film, and he just absolved into the Force. That's why he disappears during his duel with Vader. But blah blah blah. Fast forward. Asteroid scenes, bounty hunters. Fast forward. They get to Cloud City, and they ended up getting to introducing one of the coolest fucking characters, Lando Calrissian, played
Like
by
that
Billy
guy.
D. Williams, like one of the fucking. If there's ever like a man to emulate, like a type of man, like the archetypal man, like it would be fucking. It would be Billy D. Williams and Lando Calrissian,
Yeah, Lando was
because
fun. I
yeah,
liked
because
Lando.
Lando was like that the end of the 70s cool that was still prevalent in Hollywood films. It was just at the very tail end of the 70s, and people weren't done with that era yet. And George Lucas and Steven Spielberg and Scorsese, they personified that those feelings in their early movies, because Lucas did other movies besides Star Wars back then. He had one. It was like a RTX, or it's a THX something or other. I forgot what it was, but
THX is
it's
the audio company.
yeah. I actually think that might be the same letters too for that film, but it was kind of a weird dystopian fucking film. Like it was it's hard to explain. It's sci-fi in the 70s. It was a different concept, different idea back then. But anyway, so we finally get there. Uh, Fucking Lando betrays Han and Leia and Chewie because they're going to use them as bait to lure in Skywalker. Han gets fucking frozen in carbonite. Uh, One of the introductions to one of the coolest fucking characters that has maybe 3-4 minutes of fucking time throughout the entire trilogy. Boba Fett is introduced. And the cool thing about Boba Fett is like he's just this. We know nothing about him
He
other
has a
than he's
book.
a bounty hunter. Shut up. Well, we're not
The
talking
book
about.
of
We're
Boba
not.
Fett.
We're not talking about Boba Fett. Which is just that's a story for another day, a rant for another time. But
Oh, are you not a fan of the
yeah,
book of Boba Fett?
it's okay. The first episode or two are kind of good, and then it just gets really sort of stupid and really ridiculous and blah blah blah. And then it turns into the Mandalorian season 2.5, and it became really really well. I think the first half of the show sucked. When it became the Mandalorian show, it got a lot better, I feel. And I enjoyed that part. Like I'm one of the few apparently that really, really loved the ending of the Book of Boba Fett more than I liked the show itself in its entirety. But you know, yeah, Han frozen in carbonite, me taking a quick swig of some Barks root beer.
You wrapping up the plot summary in a timely manner.
We're almost there. Yeah, Luke shows up obviously because he bails on his training in Dagobah because as his training commences, his feelings in the Force get a lot stronger and his connections to people become much stronger. And so when he sees Han and Chewie and Leia's death, uh, he freaks out because he's thinking that, oh shit, my friends are in trouble. What do I do? So it's a really great scene of conflicting emotions, but he does pick his friends over his training, but he's not trying to neglect his training. He's sorry that he has to go. He even tells Yoda as much.
Pause.
And okay.
Uh, uh, I'm literally okay. This is not me ending the stream, but just real quick, I need you to take over for like
Yeah,
two
what's up?
minutes. So just keep talking because I need to go get food because I'm literally in pain from not having eaten since 7 o'clock in the
Okay.
morning. So I'll
All
be
right,
right
yeah,
back.
all right, yeah, no problem, no problem. Yeah, so we have the conflicting emotions of Luke having to leave his training on Dagobah, leaving Yoda, and we have the scene where there's the little mini conversation between uh, Obi-Wan Kenobi and Yoda as Luke is really leaving. And the usage of the light in this scene I thought was really cool because there was a big reveal. That boy is our only hope. He goes, no, there is another. And it's just like it just lights up fucking Yoda's little area, and I thought that was really really cool, and it sort of teases that, oh shit, who's the other, could it be? And naturally I think most people's minds went to Leia when they said that because, well, we found out that Luke's I think that well, do we find out that Luke and Leia were related at this point in time? I think maybe we find out early in the next film, Return. But anyway, yada yada yada. So fucking Luke finally goes to Cloud City, confronts Vader. We have probably one of the baddest ass fucking fight scenes of like cinema history. And it's a fucking good fight too. Like I think it's better. I think this fight is a little bit better than a couple of the fights that we get in the 1, 2, and 3 trilogy. And I think all of those fights are better than the ones that we get in uh 7, 8, and 9. Not because I'm trying to be a contrarian and fucking hate 7, 8, and 9. I just don't think the fight scenes were really that good. But anyway, blah blah blah. So Luke fucking loses his hand, loses the fight because Vader is the superior swordsman or superior duelist, excuse me, I should correct myself. And then we have the I am your father. No, that's not true. That's impossible. And you have that scene, which is one of the more is objectively one of the more iconic scenes in cinema history. In fact, it was a secret that Lucas and the couple of the writers kept from all the other crew, the cast and the crew working on the movie, just so they can all gauge their reaction to the scene, the big reveal of Vader being Luke's real father, and you find out about the true the true path that Anakin Skywalker, who is this legendary great Jedi, compared to anyone on the Jedi Council, because they're all legends in their own right. But you get this, you get the awesome, you get the Luke saying, "Fuck it, I commit suicide," but then he changes his mind and goes into a fucking little shaft and gets thrown down where the TV antennas are. The TV antenna are underneath Cloud City. So he's fucking up people's fucking cable reception, and he gets picked up by fucking Leia, Chewie, and Lando at this time. And this is where we finally get the confirmation who the other was. And it was Leia, because now Leia is starting to be able to sense Luke's presence, because now she has a strong connection. And she doesn't know why. And I do believe that
I'm back, by the way.
oh hey, what'd you get?
I just put some soup in the microwave, so I'll probably get up again in like 10 minutes to go get it.
Oh, cool. What kind of soup you getting?
Steak and potato.
Oh, that's good. That's a good one. I really like that soup. Anyway, so yeah, you had the fight, you had the fucking rescue, which was one of the coolest fucking scenes. You get this really nice shot of the Millennium Falcon going out, doing this fucking little turnaround number and a twist over a cloud. It's just a really, really well done looking fucking scene, and I loved that as a kid. Uh, you you get a rare glimpse as they're escaping of Vader kind of being calm, and he's like, "Oh fuck, my kid's on there." He tells everyone, "Set your phasers to stun. I want them all alive." But he's a little bit remorseful, and he wants his kid. He wants Luke. So he fucking he contacts him, and right as the Empire is about to fucking capture him, fucking light speed kicks in, and he fucking bails. And you have this fucking double take from Vader where he's like, huh. He stops, looks back again, and then fucking walks away, which was the cool one of the cooler fucking scenes. And then you have the end where he's getting his where Luke's getting his robot hand, and you have probably you have the best ending out of the three movies. And I think in terms of movie endings, I think this should rank up there, because like Clerks said, like Dante and Randall said in Clerks, uh, this movie ends on such a fucking down note, because the Rebel Alliance took some L's during this movie. But you have this beautiful scene of the rebellion coming together, and they're planning they're at the beginning stages of their final assault to take the Empire down.
Hey, Mo.
So
Just real quick, I have
what's up?
something. Trust me, it's nothing bad. You're gonna have to trust me on this. It sounds suspicious, but trust me. I'm
Well,
gonna need
let me go ahead and just say this real fast.
No, because it has to do with your point you just made. No.
Okay,
go ahead.
Go ahead.
But I have to deafen you real quick to say it.
Okay.
Okay, deafening Moediggity. Okay, Moediggity cannot hear me.
I don't know why.
Hello?
I
Okay, so talking about ending on a death note, ending on a down note. Death Note is the king of that. Ending on a down note. That's why Death Note's ending is so fucking brilliant and great. I just had to say that, but I can't say it in front of Mo because we're watching Death Note on a podcast. So there you go. The end of Death Note, best down note ending I've ever seen. There you go. All right, you're back, Mo.
Okay, why'd you have to deafen me for?
I had to say something that you couldn't hear.
Oh, was it Death Note spoilers?
It was Death Note related, yes.
Okay. All right. So finally, in conclusion, in this movie, we got to see the totality, the sheer fucking size of the Empire. But we finally, at the very, very end, as the final shot is the like one of the sort of the totality of the rebellion, and it's far, far bigger than we thought. So there is still hope. It's just that things suck right now, and it's going to be a 5-year time skip to when we finally do get to Return of the
Is
Jedi
Return of the
and
Jedi a
to
5-year time skip?
Jabba's palace. Yeah, it is a 5-year time skip because there was nothing that the rebels could do. The Empire was on their ass every fucking step of the way during this 5 year. There's all sorts of stuff that really does sort of let you know what's going on during this 5-year time skip. Luke goes back to Dagobah to fucking complete to restart his training again.
That's all Return of
He
the Jedi
leaves.
stuff. Come on.
No. This is stuff before the Return of the Jedi.
Yes, but we find out about it in Return of the Jedi, so it has nothing to do with this film.
Well, yeah, but there's a lot of cool stuff. All right, fine. We won't talk about it.
We have to end at some point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, anyway.
Because I have stuff to say about Empire. So.
Okay. All right.
I actually, thinking about Empire, so you described it, right? And I thought about what I remember of Star Wars. Empire is not the best of the three, but I think I'm willing to say that I liked it more than A New Hope, thinking back.
Oh, really? You didn't like A New Hope that
No,
much?
I loved all. I liked all three. I didn't get the hype. They weren't 10 out of 10s, but I liked all three. But my ranking originally was Return of the Jedi at the top, then A New Hope, then Empire Strikes Back.
Okay. I can respect that.
I've swapped the two now. I like Empire more than New Hope, I think.
Yeah, because Empire is actually it's really, really, really good, and I guess maybe you should have watched all of the Lord of the Rings movies so you can really get the point of Two Towers. But that'll be another stream for another
Someday,
day, I suppose.
Perhaps.
Yeah, because we're already planning like 2 double features.
Yeah, we're doing Blade Runner and we're doing Tron, and those are both gonna be 2 movies in one. So let's do those first, then we'll figure out from there.
Yeah. I'm really looking forward to both of them. Yeah. So, what was the scene? Do you have a scene that maybe stood out for you?
I think just
during Empire.
All of the Lando stuff. Like I think Empire's biggest strength was the character stuff, because for me, I think so here's the thing about Empire. I know you don't agree with me, Mo, and I know there are a lot of people don't agree with me, but here's my hot take about Empire. The lightsaber fight sucked.
Oh, shut the fuck up. That's literally, it's one of the best fucking lightsaber fights in the entire fucking...
Okay. So in A New Hope, when Obi-Wan and Darth Vader fight, it is just 2 men rubbing glow sticks together. And in Empire...
Hey! Excuse me, they're called lightsabers, okay?
Yes, but I'm saying it looks just like... They're not, like, fighting with swords. They're rubbing glow sticks together.
Well, no, okay, there's a reason for that. They didn't have the budget to go in and really accentuate the lightsaber.
Yeah.
No. Well, like, I think Ian McDermott, I think. The dude who played Obi-Wan, he was like a little bit older and he couldn't like move that fucking well as he could in like as well as Obi-Wan could in the other ones.
But what I was going to say
and
is
they didn't. Well, they also didn't have the budget to really accentuate the lightsaber parts. And like during the duel with Vader and Obi-Wan, if you see the part where like Obi-Wan's on the defensive and he's knocking away fucking Vader's lightsaber, you can clearly see the fucking like stick with the lights for a minute, and they just had to just leave that in there.
That's pretty funny.
But luckily it is really funny.
But here's my thing, Mo.
You don't notice that until someone points that out, though.
The point I'm trying to make is that that's acceptable for A New Hope. I understand why it happened in A New Hope. But Empire Strikes Back was the same fucking thing. It was just 2 men rubbing glow sticks together. There was no choreography to it.
Yes, there
there was
was. What the fuck are you
there
talking?
was story
There's
depth
quite
to it.
literal cover. There literally is choreography. The problem is you need to understand
Lame,
how
stiff
fucking great.
choreography.
But that's how Vader fucking fights, though, and it's because
No,
fucking
because in
Luke,
Return of the Jedi, the lightsaber fight was good.
because Luke is a much better Jedi now. Vader, his fighting style is basically like fucking Jason Voorhees in space. Just fucking stalks at you, doesn't fucking break a stride, doesn't run at you. He fucking walks to you and he fucking dominates you. Vader is the fucking dark side. That's why it's such a one-sided fight, and Luke never had a chance in hell because Vader is that good. And despite him being mostly mechanized, mechanical, like he's mostly mechanical now, he still has like such a strong connection to the Force, and that's the tragedy of the fight. It's not bad. Luke is bad because Luke
Yeah,
is not that experienced, so you got to kind of look at it from that lens of experience versus inexperience, I think.
listen. I do get that. I understand. I understand the story reason, and I respect it narratively. But so I'm not a Star Wars fan. I've made that clear. Like the movies were good, but they weren't amazing to me. And every other Star Wars media I've seen has just been completely boring, except for the lightsaber fights. Like when I'm watching like Clone Wars on Cartoon Network because nothing else is on, or like some other Star Wars thing I just came across. The one thing I could always count on was good lightsaber choreography and like an interesting, fast-paced fight. A
I
new
don't get what you get by choreography, though.
choreography is when in
No, no, no. In this scene, I don't get how you see bad choreography.
it's just not it's choreography, but it's just stiff and lame. Like it doesn't feel like fluid, like it does
Well, like
in
I
Return
said,
of the Jedi or in any of the animated stuff I've seen.
yeah, but like I said though, when it's not the choreography, it's experience as a major Sith Lord, strongest in the galaxy. Because let's face it, Emperor Palpatine's lost a few steps because he's older, much older now. But blah blah blah. It's experience. It's the Sith versus the darkness versus the Jedi, the light, Luke, and Luke is strong with the Force, but he doesn't have it all down yet. He had to interrupt his training on Dagobah. He had to leave to save his friends, and he's paid the cost dearly for that decision. That scene, you're not seeing bad choreography, you're seeing the consequences of Luke's actions. He's just not experienced enough. So, Luke, like I said, Luke sucks. Vader doesn't, and you're mostly angry, I think, at Luke for being a shitty duelist.
Yeah, that's the thing.
But
What I'm
that's
saying is
deliberate, though. It's
it's
deliberate, though.
deliberately choreographed that way. I understand. Like I said, I respect the story reason, but it's just not interesting choreography. Is what I was saying.
It's not meant to be,
I know
though.
it's not meant to be, but that's what I'm saying. That's why I like Return of the Jedi more, because it was interesting choreography.
Well, yeah, because Luke had time to train and become a much better Jedi, and arguably, strong, if not a little bit. Well, I mean, everyone's kind of stronger in the Force now at this point than Vader is, only because like Vader and he's in a fucking mech suit, basically. Blah blah blah. But yeah, return the quote unquote choreography, as you say, is much better because Luke is a better fighter. He's a better duelist now. He's stronger in the Force. He's hit his stride. With this is the beginning of good boy Luke, and in Empire, you still see a man who's still conflicted, but he's still extremely young. Like he might be like 2021, I think, when he's in Empire, because he's in his teens, like I think 17 at this point. Like I think he hasn't graduated yet, but he's talking about joining the military already. Like he's making plans for himself in A New Hope. But now he's just now starting to like really dip his toes in what the Force truly is. And like I said, if you contrast compare Obi-Wan versus Vader in A New Hope, You see that the choreography is, I think, a little bit better because it's experience versus experience. It's just that there's a plan that Obi-Wan has that we're not privy to yet, versus this fight scene where, like I said, I don't want to repeat myself, but it is experience versus inexperience. And so it's deliberately done that. So I don't think that your bad choreography accusation holds a
I
lot
know
of
it's
water.
deliberate. I understand. It's not bad choreography. It's choreography that's deliberately bad for the plot, and I just couldn't get into it. Is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. I'll accept it.
But I do like Empire. I've decided that it's second place now, just because I remember a lot of good character moments. Um, but I think Return of the Jedi had both. Like, it had great character moments, and it also had a pretty fucking good lightsaber fight. And that's why
Yeah.
I kind of want to get more into the animated realm of Star Wars, because I know that's going to be the cream of the crop when it comes to lightsaber choreography.
Yeah.
Which
I
is
still haven't
why,
watched. I still haven't watched the new animated Star Wars
yes,
stuff
we
yet.
still. I've pitched that we watch that and then we do a mocast on it, like me, you, and Robin, Star Wars
Okay.
Visions.
I'm
We
down
got to
for
do
that.
that.
I'm down for it.
But anyway, well, I gotta go get my soup, so I think this is the perfect time for you to start your Empire fun facts, and then I'll come
All
back.
right. All right. Good deal. Good deal. Yeah. Fucking all of the movies on my top 10 list are 10 out of 10s. But like, Jackie Brown, Usual Suspects, Lord of the Rings, Two Towers, all of the Hobbit movies, really, all six of them. They're all like 10 out of 10s to me, I think. So anyway, let's go ahead and do some fun facts about Star Wars Empire Strikes Back. There is a behind the scenes reason for why Han was frozen in carbonite. Toward the end of the film, Darth Vader freezes Han, so blah, blah, blah. You already know this. However, the film ends this way because while actors Mark Hamill and Carrie Fisher had signed on for 2 more Star Wars sequels, Harrison Ford only signed on for 1. And with the actor's increasing popularity from the release of Raiders of the Lost Ark, fucking fantastic film. That was on that and fucking uh shit. Temple of Doom were on the one of the first iterations of my top 10 list, but as I was looking up everything, I decided maybe it's not like it's hard, like, it's a Indiana Jones versus Jackie Brown. Like how do I bump Jackie Brown for an Indiana Jones film? But anyway, so reason for popularity with following the release of Raiders Lost Ark, the writers were unsure if he would appear for Return of the Jedi. They had frozen him in carbonite to leave their options open if Ford agreed or disagreed to appearing in the trilogy capper, whatever they are fucking saying. And yeah, it's a good thing that he came back
Yeah,
as
Capper.
he's
It's like capping
you know
off the trilogy. Capper.
oh, okay. Oh, okay, yeah, it is Capper then. Yeah, it's and it's great because Han Solo turns out he's one of the more iconic you know like if you really think about it in all the Star Wars, in the first 3 Star Wars movies especially, everyone wanted to be everybody. There girls were wanting to be fucking Leia, the dudes were wanting to be fucking literally everything. Practically everyone wanted to be Chewbacca. So many I remember so
I want to be
many
Han
Halloween
Solo. Han
costumes.
Solo is based.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's extremely vast and solo pilled. And then you have fucking Lando Calrissian. He's fucking great. What I think something
Based
I
and
was wanting to say
McClunky pilled.
earlier, based on McClunky's.
No, I
I
said
think one of the cool
McClunky,
things about
like the line from that was
McClunky,
always in the movie.
McClunky. Uh oh, I think I know what you're referencing now. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, one of the cooler things about Empire is there's like a lot of little characters in the background that you don't notice until like the camera's on them, like a Boba Fett, and the one of Lando's right hand men, the dude with the backwards fucking visor, The backwards fucking oh come on, why am I so fucking forgetful? Like this is LeVar Burton's fucking Jody LaForge. Yeah, he's the backwards Jody LaForge fucking thing in the back of his neck instead of on his eyes like LaForge does in Star Trek. Uh so I thought that was cool. And then you had Boba Fett. And so there's like lore and fanfic written about the administrator of Cloud City. It's fucking wild, man. I don't have the dude's name up, but you know, it's kind of funny. And then you have the fucking droids and stuff and yada yada blah blah blah. But anyway, Darth Vader's plot twist
I
was
have a
a secret
question.
among cast and crew, which I did get elaborate on earlier. Go ahead.
My question is, you mentioned fanfic briefly. I just wanted to ask you this because I'm like curious. Have you ever like
You cut out real bad there. What'd you say?
shit? Have you ever appreciated a piece of fan fiction? Is my question.
Oh, when I was a kid, yeah, I read a ton of fucking Final Fantasy VII fanfic, and then like after like a couple of years reading it, when I became 19, all I would start seeing are all these fan fictions where the author inserts themselves into the fucking story. Like this one FF7 fanfic was like, yeah, you know, like the dude's car is in the Final Fantasy, you know, the it's like basically all of his fucking all of his fucking real life problems were in the fanfic. So I'm like, okay, yeah, you're mad at your fucking uncle for not giving you the car, fucking up the car, your uncle died or something. And then there was another one where this chick was obviously having a fucking fight with some other chick at fucking school because she would fucking name this fictional character's name the some other chick, and obviously the Ares and Tifa fights in there were obviously Ares, Tifa, and Yuffie's arguments were just fucking arguments she was having in fucking high school. And so it was fucking cringe and all that. It's like, well, you know, like all the voices in my head sort of sound like Princess Bubblegum, or not Princess Bubblegum, fucking Lumpy Space Princess from Adventure Time. Like, well, yeah, like, you didn't say that when I was fucking your brains out all night, Brad. Oh my god. It was like, dude, it's fucking cringe as fuck. So I stopped reading fanfic after I read about
When
8 of those in a row.
am I cutting out still?
No, you're good. You're good.
When I was a kid, my bread and butter was crossover fan fiction. Because on fanfiction.net, which is like the primary website, they had like a whole dedicated section for crossover fan fiction.
I think that's where I read a lot of my fanfic back then too.
And I used to
Because they were around then.
I used to love crossover fan fiction. Like, there is one that I wrote that is up and you can find, and it is awful.
Oh, tell us what it is. What's your crossover?
It's embarrassing to even say what it was.
No, it's too late now. Now you got to go the full Monty with it.
All right. So
links in the description.
I was like 10, right? And I had just discovered like anime.
Oh Christ!
And there were a couple of animes that I liked, but I was also still at the stage in my life where I was watching like Nickelodeon and Disney Channel sitcoms.
Oh god, was Mickey Mouse in anime?
No, not Mickey Mouse. That would even make more sense. The crossover, well, because Kingdom Hearts exists, so it makes sense for Mickey Mouse. But I crossed over. Full Metal Alchemist was the anime.
Oh, cringe!
Do you want to guess what the other?
Sorry. Was? You're 10 years old. You said you were 7 when 7 or 5 when Juno came out.
That was 5 when Juno came out. Yes.
8, 9, 10. 8, 9, 10. So Death Note already came out at this point, right?
Yes, but I discovered Death Note in 2021. So.
Okay, so all right.
I knew about it, but I watched it in 2021.
All right, go ahead.
The whole thing is I said Nickelodeon and Disney Channel sitcoms. That was your hint, so.
Drake and Josh?
No, not Drake and Josh, unfortunately. That would have been a better choice.
The Jonas Brothers?
No, but you're on the right channel now. It was Disney Channel.
Oh, okay, because a lot of this shit sort of blurs in for me because I didn't watch these shows. Keenan and Kel?
That was Nickelodeon.
Fuck. You know what? I don't know. Why don't you tell
All right,
me?
the answer's Sweet Life on Deck.
Oh, okay. See, that one I've never even heard about.
Have you heard of Sweet Life of Zack and Cody?
Yes.
It's the sequel series to that, where they're on a boat.
Oh, weird. God, how fucking privileged. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, they go to school on a boat. That's the premise. And yes, I actually,
Oh, okay. So it's a
yes,
skill.
it's
There's
a school
that's the
boat.
rub then.
Yes, okay.
Okay. Never mind. I strike my accusations of privilege.
So, yeah, okay. So, actually, this was not my idea. Somebody else wrote a crossover where Edward Elric from Full Metal Alchemist is on the ship from Sweet Life on Deck. And they were gonna write a sequel where it's the other way around, but then they didn't. So like, and there was like a tradition on fanfiction.net where like if you say you're gonna write something and then you decide you don't want to, you could put it up for adoption and then somebody else will write it.
Oh,
And
that's
I
cool.
adopted that story. I wrote Sweet Life in a Mistress, and I think I got like 5 or 6 chapters in.
Oh, that's cool. You know, I really like that that idea. Like, hey, I'm just burning out. I don't know what to do. You guys want to do something with it? I like
Yeah,
that
so
idea a
so I
lot. I think
adopted
that was
Sweet
cool.
Life in a Mistress, and
Cringe.
it's fucking awful. Yeah. But anyway, you have any
Jeez.
fun Empire facts left?
Yeah. Sorry, we only ever got to do like one or two. Oh, Hoth was filmed in freezing cold Norway, so this is like so Hoth. That scene is actually it really is snowing, and it really is that cold. Maybe not as cold as to get stuffed in a fucking tauntaun, but who cares? Those are just little details. Empire related Empire strikes, but oh, never mind. That was something else. A fire increased the film's budget. It's surprising. I'm just going to skip. You know what's weird about these fast facts is that there's always some weird little setup paragraph, and it's always filled with cheese that I've noticed while reading all of these throughout the streams. Anyway, uh, Stanley Kubrick, at the same time that they were filming Empire, Stanley Kubrick was filming scenes for The Shining at the same studio. A fire broke out on the set of The Shining, which ended up forcing the Empire budget to increase from 18.5 mil to 22 mil. I guess because of insurance and they had to recover some models that must have been lost to the fire or something. Anyway, Han's famous line was Ford's idea. The "I love you" and he responds with "I know." That was ad libbed, so that wasn't supposed to. That wasn't in the script at all. Uh,
No. Yeah, that was a good line.
yeah, this is a weird one. Lucas was fined for the closing credits. While we are now very used to films saying blah blah blah, many films began with the opening credits, which was kind of a cool little thing that was sort of like it's not a big deal that this was lost to time, but if you go back,
Juno had opening credits, didn't it?
I don't
I believe
recall
it did.
actually.
Yes. There's that scene where like the art style changes and it becomes like a weird animation. Those are opening credits.
Yeah, the animation in that movie was kind of neat. I thought it was unique. But anyway, blah 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 blah. Um, let's see. Yeah, I reference the old '60s fucking Batman shit so much throughout these shows, but there's a reason for it because there's a lot of things that you can go back and look at the old '60s Batman, contrast compare it to stuff on here. It's really neat. Anyway, yada yada yada. Uh, the point that I was even fucking making shit. Uh, that one of the movies for the '60s Batman had like an entire introduction and credits scene, and same with the Rescuers, the very first Rescuers, I think Disney movie
The one with
with the
tits?
two mice. Yeah, the one with tits. Yeah, which I never saw when I was a kid. I guess I was like, I was just too young, and I wasn't into titties yet. But anyway, blah blah blah. That was kind of cool. Like apparently,
Can I tell my weird like being it the first like thing I saw as a kid that I was like
real fast. Let me go ahead and finish up
Yeah, go
this
ahead and
fast
finish up.
fact.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. However, with The Empire Strikes Back, the Writers Directors Guild of America objected to this the stuff at the beginning, and Leia Brackett Lawrence Kasdan wrote it, and they did not want their names at the end of the film. They wanted it at the beginning. Lucas wanted to preserve the dramatic opening sequence, and he was fined over $250,000 by the guilds who attempted to pull the film from theaters. Kirshner was fined $25K by the DGA as well.
Damn.
So, yeah, as much as I love unions, I would love to bust a few of them. And the fucking the Directors Guild and the fucking Writers Guild and the actors. I'm trying not to make a Team America World Police joke. It's because it's like, oh, SAG, the Screen Actors Guild instead of the Film Actors Guild. You know, uh, blah blah blah. I would love to fucking see those unions busted in Hollywood.
Okay,
Those
so
are
real
fucking,
quick,
they're bad guys.
you talking about how you didn't see the tits in Rescue
No,
Rose.
I just I wasn't really looking for titties, and they're
No,
like
I get
so
it, but
fucking.
it just reminded me. I wanted to kind of tell my story of like the first thing I saw as a kid that like got me in like that way, in like the sexual way.
Uh-huh.
Was I had a DVD for a film, and I believe it was either a PG-13 or R-rated film, but it was just like a comedy. There was nothing like sexual in it. But one of the trailers that plays before you get to the main menu was a trailer for the film Something About Mary. And they in the trailer there's the scene for the are you familiar with Something About Mary?
I watched it once, and it was back in like 2002.
Okay, so there's a scene in Something About Mary where like a creepy guy, I don't know the context, so I've never seen the film, but there's like a creepy guy looking into the window while Mary is undressing, and that's in the
Oh,
trailer. And that was like the first thing I ever saw as a kid that I was like, I kind of want to see where this scene goes.
what? I don't get it. So you were turned on by Mary's date, looking in the thing, like in a bra or something? I'm not sure what you're
Yes.
trying to say here.
There's like
Oh,
a
okay.
weird creepy guy looking in her window as she undresses.
Oh,
And that
so you
yeah.
were turned on. So what you're saying is you're turned on by creeping.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, oh, Riley, I take that one to my grave. Anyway,
I was not turned on by the creeping. I was turned on by the half naked Something About Mary lady.
well, my first exposure to titties, we were watching Airplane, and there's that scene where there's just chaos, and there's just this topless chick that just runs in front of the camera, jumps up and down 3 or 4 times, and fucking runs away. So that
Oh.
was, and my dad knew about it, but he didn't tell me, and my mom never saw the movie before, and that scene happened, and he just starts fucking laughing, and my mom just starts fucking screaming at him, like, I can't believe you let the children fucking see this shit, Mike. It's fucking funny. It's a you had to be there moment.
Yeah, that's fair. Can we wrap up the fast facts? Is there any others that you really want to say?
Yeah. Let's see. Rapid. Alec Guinness, who's the dude who plays Obi-Wan Kenobi. There he is. Uh, who the fuck is Ian McDermott? You know what? That's a name. That's a question for another day. Alec Guinness worked for one day. He was like that force. When they're on Hoth, when Luke's on Hoth, and he's like freezing to death. Uh, that's when he sees Obi-Wan's Force Ghost. Well, that was just one day's worth of work. Lucas financed the film himself. Luke originally had a sister named Nelith. Oh, wow, I didn't know about that. That was in the first draft of the film, apparently. The ghost of Anakin Skywalker appears to Luke and reveals that he has a sister named Nelith. And in this draft, Anakin reveals that he split up Luke and Nelith at birth to protect them from Vader. And Nelith had undergone Jedi training to help Luke defeat the Sith. Oh. So I guess that's where 7, 8, and 9's inspiration sort of came from for Leia then. because like it didn't make any sense that she would have any fucking training whatsoever. Anyway, blah blah blah. This idea was scrapped in later drafts when the decision was made to make Anakin into Vader in Return of the Jedi. Luke's sister would eventually reveal to be Leia rather than a new character. And finally, Irving Kershner initially turned down Lucas's offer. Despite having directed the first film, Lucas decided not to direct the sequel due to his other roles. They had an Industrial Light and Magic, and he went to Irving Kershner, his former professor at the USC School of Cinematic Arts, to direct the film. And some people and that was the last fun fact, whatever. And that's been a point of contention in the Star Wars fandom universe for quite some time. Why is Empire better than the 1 and 3, or
It's not.
4 and 6? Uh,
It's
they
not
say
better than
because
6 is the
George
answer.
Lucas's no, shut up. They say that because Lucas's style of directing wasn't really that good, and they think that Irvin Kershner's version of what makes Empire so fucking great is because it's Lucas's film, but he's not the director, so it went into another direction, so to speak. uh, blah blah blah. There's the famous argument that they both had where Lucas throws his hands up in the air and says, "All right, do what you want. It's your film." And Irvin fucking did that, and that's why we have fucking Empire. And so yeah, that
There you go.
concludes my top 10 list, my fun facts about Empire Strikes Back, and
There we go.
there we go.
All right, folks, it's time for my number one movie. Now, I'm gonna get called a nerd.
Nerd.
Some may even call me a weeaboo for this pick. But it's a great, solid film. I know Mo liked it too. It's definitely not top 10 material for Mo, but I know he liked it too. My number one film of all time, no lie, no cap. I personally love this film so much that it's my number one.
Cap.
Dragon Ball Super Broly.
Really?
Yes.
Your number one film of all time?
Yes, bro. I fucking adore this movie.
Okay, I mean it's fucking good. I mean, okay, you are right. It's not top 10 material for me, but it's your list, so you know.
Dragon Ball Super Broly is a great film in the Dragon Ball franchise. They did the impossible. They made the Titan Broly canon. He's real now. And they
Yeah, I'm
gave him a
so
real
fucking glad.
and they gave him a real character instead of just being a Kakarot cried next to me. So now I'm gonna turn into a fucking weird Hulk Saiyan and just fucking kill everything.
Yeah,
And that's my story.
Yeah, the character Broly was desperately in need of a retcon. Not that I don't love the original Broly, but this one at least fucking does more than just grunt and go Kakaroto, because I watched the fucking subs, not the dubs.
Yeah, I watched the dub, so I'm familiar with Kakarot. Kakarot.
Mm-hmm.
But so yeah, this film is great. There's a lot of great character stuff for a lot of characters. We get some Bulma stuff, we get some Frieza stuff, we obviously get some Goku and Vegeta stuff. We get the introduction of this new Broly character, and we get to learn his origins and see him befriend this little group of aliens that's pretty charming. And
Yeah, and for absolutely no reason, you get a fucking little bit of a tit shot from the other girl alien when she's like, "Hey, check out my armor, it's all stretchy," and all of a sudden you got fucking cleavage. Like, oh, shut up, anime.
Oh yeah, that green chick was totally. They were trying to make her hot, and it worked.
Oh yeah. Like there's been a lot of seed, I'll say, spilt in her honor.
There straight up was an ass shot in that film of her. They just like zoomed in on her ass once.
Fuck, I don't remember.
That did happen. That did occur. But yeah, this film is very charming, and the fucking animation is beautiful. It's the most beautiful animation I've ever seen. It's so
Really?
clean, it's so bright, and it's so fluid. I love it so much, Moediggity.
I mean, it's good. God, man, uh I have so many things that I need to compare that I can compare that to, but that's good that you like it the way that you like it.
I think the animation is brilliant, beautiful, and the fucking fight. Oh, it's so good. It's so well crafted. The fucking clash of the Titans between Goku and Broly and then Vegeta and Broly and then obviously the fusion at the end where we get to see Gogeta also made canon for the first time. He was also a movie exclusive character. Which this is also a movie, but it's a canon movie. I believe it's considered canon. Um, and yeah, it was just really cool to see all those characters return. Gogeta and Broly get made canon in a new way. Um, the movie was well paced. I never got bored during it. I got fucking hyped during it. This is like one of very few movies that like I saw this in theaters. I got the pleasure of seeing this in theaters. And I walked out of that movie theater like holy shit. And I like started calling my friends and I was like holy shit, this movie was fucking awesome. Oh my god. Like I love this movie in a very deep personal way, and that's why it is my number one film on this list. I adore everything about it. The animation, the fights, the character moments. Uh it's just so good, Moediggity. It's so good.
It's a fucking great film, man. I really did enjoy it. I've watched it a few times already, and I really enjoyed it. I don't know if it ranks up there with a lot of my anime movie preferences, but it's still really, really good. But to be honest, like the Dragon Ball movie series deserves a list of its own. And I think it's only top five because a top 10 Dragon Ball movie
I
uh
mean, there's been like
list would be a little
20
bit
of them.
generous to some of them.
There's been like a good few. We could probably stretch a top 10.
Maybe. Well, yeah. It's just that maybe it's
Like in
just my
the
opinion.
bottom 5, we might be being a little too nice to if we
Yeah,
made
we
a
might
whole
be.
top 10
Yeah, in order to pad out the list, we might have to be nice, a little bit nicer
to some bad
to a
ones.
few of the movies. Like the one where where Goku fights Lord Slug. That movie
No, that
was
movie
a
was pretty
snooze.
good.
I think it's okay. The ending.
I think the fight
The,
was good. I don't know about like the
yeah,
plot surrounding it, but the fight was very
yeah,
good.
yeah. Like that one will be needed to pad out a little bit because the fight scene was really fucking good. And I like bad Namekians, so I would be into that.
Yeah, I think bad Namekians are fun. Yeah, certainly. But yeah, obviously Dragon Ball Super Broly is my favorite Dragon Ball movie, my favorite anime movie, and my favorite movie.
You cut out a little bit there, but I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's my like I said, it's my favorite Dragon Ball movie. It's my favorite anime movie, and it is my favorite movie.
What's one of your favorite scenes in the movie?
I mean, this is one that's hard to split into scenes because like the fight is just like so long, but it's good long. Like
Yeah,
the fight takes the amount of spotlight that it should have, and it's fucking brilliant the whole way through.
and if you think about it, Broly loses his fight. Like well, it loses, but also there's problems with the loss as well.
He does
Now,
lose because Gogeta would have killed him, and then Chilai saves him.
oh yeah. You're right. You're right. I kind of forgot. It's been a little bit since I watched that movie, but
Yeah, Gogeta had
when
him. Like Gogeta would have
when
killed him if Chilai didn't jump in.
when Goku and Vegeta fucking dumped Broly onto fucking Frieza,
Frieza, oh,
I
that was
fucking
so
love the
good.
shit. I love the shit out of that fucking scene.
Good
And
luck,
Frieza just
Frieza.
gets yeah, it's like Frieza just gets fucking destroyed. He goes golden Frieza, fucking doesn't stand a fucking chance. I mean, he just fucking Broly just fucking destroys
Just fucking
fucking
smashes
like
him
with
in.
ease, not like a whole like Frieza ain't shit. I mean, Goku and Vegeta, like we're having a like one on one, we're having a fucking time trying to like keep up with them, and until they fucking fuse, that's when they finally got the upper hand. But 1v1, they can't take. I don't think they can take Broly, even going full out.
Like fuse they could, but not just Goku and Vegeta now.
No, not at all.
Yeah, they had to fuse to stand up to him. Well, I think maybe if they really combined their efforts, they could have slimly won the fight.
Like maybe like I think Goku might be a little bit overpowered if you take a post Universal Tournament of Power
Which is
Goku. Like
this movie
because
is
he
post Tournament of Power.
is it post Tournament of Power?
Yes, there's literally at the beginning when we first
I
establish.
don't remember.
No, okay, I'm describing
So.
it. I'm describing it for you. So when I believe Goku and Vegeta are first introduced into the film, they're like talking, and Goku brings up Jiren and the Tournament of Power, and like how he wants to get stronger because of that.
Okay. I'll go ahead and I'll try to remember that the next time.
So yeah, but yeah, this film was fucking brilliant.
Yeah, because he was talking about not being able to remember how he went fucking Ultra Instinct.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that could have also been a win condition. I think Ultra Instinct Goku could have taken Broly.
Yeah, well, he would either be able, well, because the big thing about this movie is Broly's a fucking like incredibly strong fucking character, and then but you get the point where he's never really had any, well, like not technically tough fights like Goku and Vegeta has. He's on a fucking rough planet who with
Yeah,
creatures that have tremendous power levels.
he's just like a rage monster with immense power, but Goku and Vegeta
Hmm.
have the immense power and they also have the battle skill.
And he was kept sort of stupid by his father, who only ever wanted, his father was bad to him. Growing up, killed his only fucking friend because he didn't want him to grow weak and all that stuff, and he had to hide him from the fucking Saiyan Empire. Or the Frieza Empire, I guess I should say.
Yeah, that was sad about Broly's like friend. That was truly sad.
Mm-hmm. The scene where they first introduce grown-up Broly, when his father goes, Broly! And he's already like halfway there by the time he gets done finishing his name.
Yeah. That's certainly they make it clear that like his relationship with his father is very like he's very whipped. He's very timid, and he listens to everything his father says because that's just all he knows. Even though his father is just the fucking worst. And then it's Chilai and that old man whose name I unfortunately forget that kind of teach Broly some independence.
Mm-hmm.
And then Frieza kills his dad. That was catharsis for me, that scene, because I fucking despised Paragus that whole movie. Like I don't think a movie's ever been successful in making me hate a villain as much as this movie was with Paragus. I fucking hated Paragus.
Yeah, because he's a piece of shit.
And I thought it was cathartic as fuck that the way that he dies is Frieza just murks his ass randomly, and then he's like, "Oh no, Broly, it's been a tragedy.
Yeah,
Your father."
yeah, he fucking hams it up. I fucking love Frieza. I was legit fucking sad when the voice actor for fucking Frieza, God, I forgot his name. Uh, he died, and it was such a shame because that dude is very versatile. Like he's got like a lot of credits to his name, and he's a great voice actor. And to me, it's going to be hard for the next person that fills his shoes, because the only one that you have is the original VA, or is the VA currently right now for Frieza in the Japanese dub of Dragon Ball Super. Like I think those two are lockstep with each other. So it's fucking sad to see one of them go. But on the Japanese side, you have the VA that played Bulma unfortunately die. So it's kind of like, trade
Why did it have
one
to be?
for
Why
the
did it have
other,
to be her? Why
unfortunately.
couldn't it have been Monica Rial, the one who
Yeah,
deserves
well,
it?
there's a lot of people that have died that were like, well, we could have used the other dude or person to die instead,
It'll be
but they're
interesting to
dead.
see how they replace Frieza in dubs. Perhaps I don't know what the original voice actor is doing nowadays. I think he's still alive, or she is still alive. Because the Frieza voice actor now is not the original. He was one of the actors that got replaced when they did like the video games at Kai. So he's only been voicing Frieza since like 2009 or something.
Yeah, he's definitely my Frieza though. Like I
He's
think.
definitely he's earned his place as Frieza. But like if you have to replace him, then I wonder if the original is like still around doing things, cuz like I get that would make sense. Is like okay, our new guy unfortunately passed away. What's the old guy doing? I think it'd just be interesting to see. I don't even know if that person still voice acts,
Yeah,
but anyway, yeah, I mean, I don't have particularly too much left to say. We're kind of running low on time here. I do want to get out of here so I can
yeah.
start setting up my new laptop because it is in the box next to me, ready to be
Oh,
set
nice,
up.
nice.
So
I figured you set that bitch up the moment you got it.
yeah, but I got it like 5 minutes before the stream.
Oh, I thought that you
Yeah,
you said that you bought it a few days
I
ago.
bought it on Thursday on Amazon, and then it came
Oh,
today.
okay, that makes sense.
But okay. We're gonna wrap this up. Thank you all for sticking through us with us for this saga of fucking episodes. I don't know what I expected. I thought this was gonna be like 1 2.5 hour podcast, and it ended up being 4 podcasts that ran for a total of I believe 6 or 7 hours.
Well, we expected that amount of time for just the one though, because you know that you were going to have like a bunch of rants about your favorite movies and scenes and stuff,
No,
and
I
you
figured
know
it
that
out
I was
because
going
like
to
I
talk.
knew you were so prepared, and then I was like, okay, I'm in for longer than I thought. Because usually when I do top 10 lists with people, we just kind of do little blurbs about like the top 10. So I was like, okay,
Hmm.
we're gonna like rant a little bit. I figured we'll be here for like 2.5 hours. That was my guess originally. It's like we're gonna make these top 10 lists and we're gonna do a solid 2.5 hours, and it ended up being a lot more than that.
Well, yeah, because of technical issues and junk like that sort of got us at the very beginning.
But anyway, folks, thank you all for listening. I guess we'll see you soon for Blade Runner, Blade Runner 2049.
Yeah,
That'll be pretty dope. I gotta plan some more movie reviews with some more people. If you hear this and you want to review a movie with me, you can go ahead and hit me up on Twitter at Riely Tweets. I'm down to review any movie with anybody, pretty much. Currently in the books, we got obviously Blade Runner and Tron with Mo, which we just decided on today. I believe I'm gonna do Shrek 2 with Random Candor and Insight Zoidberg soon. Insight Zoidberg asked me to review Sonic 2, but as part of like one of my stupid old podcasts because he thought it'd be funny. I think I'm just gonna try to convince him to do it on this show. So maybe you'll see me in Insight review Sonic 2. Um,
I still haven't watched the first Sonic movie yet.
it's on Hulu. You should watch it. It's pretty good.
I'll go ahead and do that.
Man, oh shit! I've kind of been wanting to review the first Sonic movie, so like that'd probably be a quick like 1 hour and done one. So you want to do Sonic like next week? Do you think you'd be down for that?
Oh, dude, you're cutting out real bad.
Hold on, let me disconnect and reconnect. Fuck.
All right. That.
Anyway, so what I said was because it's probably going to be a quick, like less than an hour one, and I do want to review the original Sonic. So if you're gonna watch it, are you down to review that like next week, just real quick? Do a little fun podcast on it.
Sure. Yeah, sure, I can do that.
Alrighty, so I guess we'll see you next Sunday. Maybe not this early. We'll see if we can plan it a little later, just for you, Mo. Um, and we'll do Sonic the Hedgehog,
All right.
and then we'll plan Blade Runner and Tron later. But anyway, folks. This has been the Riely Live Movie Review Podcast. Moediggity, where can they find you? I almost forgot about plugs. Go ahead.
They can find me at twitter.com/MoSideGaming42. Got a pinned tweet with all my stuff on there. Go check out twitch.tv/Moediggity. I'm trying to get to 1,000 followers on there, so hit me up with a follow on there, all right? And follow me on everything else. I'm doing good on fucking TikTok, too. I'm actually blowing up a little bit. It got a little mini community there and everything, and it's really, really neat. I'm actually doing well on that platform. Yeah, because I don't talk massive amounts of shit like I do on like practically everything else. But yeah, hell yeah.
And Mo, I actually want to pitch this. I'm getting a little too, uh, getting a little too ambitious, but we'll see if you'll go along with this. If I were to PayPal/Venmo you the price of a movie ticket do you think you could also go see Sonic 2 this week? And then we could double feature it.
Unfortunately, not, because I got today and tomorrow off as the time of this recording.
Hmm.
So the rest of the week I'm just working, man. I won't have time.
Yeah, fair enough. That's okay. I'll do Sonic 2 with Insight then. But yeah, we'll do Sonic 1, me and you. So yeah, we'll see you next week for that. You can find me at anchor.fm/Riely Megafeed. You might already be there. There's podcasts and the links in the description to everything else that I do. Obviously, twitch.tv/Riely Streams if you want to see this show live, because it's a live Twitch show. We do it live every time. People chat. It's a good time. And yeah, for the Riely Live Movie Review Podcast, I have been Riely.
And I've been Mo.
And we'll see you guys next time for Sonic the Hedgehog.
Bye.
All right, and thank you to everybody who came out to the live stream. So we're still live on Twitch. Thanks for watching. Follow. Do all that shit. Follow Moediggity.
Yes, thanks guys. Appreciate it.
And we'll see you guys next time.